Well, we're back at it again, folks. As you can see, we're right next to an RV park right off the road. Just beyond these little trees, there's another wild edible that I will be gathering, but just beyond that other rise is a cemetery. So, we're going to be collecting something that I will be dehydrating in the future video. Yep, there's a lot of tall grass, quite possibly snakes. Summertime in Victoria, in the 361, where it stinks. Man, it smells back here. There's no poo in this one. It's just old and covered in mold. But what we have fought through and slogged through this tall grass for is this. Yes, some kind of walking onion, but native to Texas. An onion, well, and also garlic. That's what they call it. So, we're going to go around and get a cup full of that, and thank you to the folks at Cimarron Junction. They're not paying me, I just like their tea. That one's for you, sweetheart. I love you. We're going to get a cup full of these, and I got a Harbor Freight dehydrator, which I wouldn't use for meat, but for vegetables like this, or wild plants, it'll get the job done. So, we'll be back momentarily. Alright folks, there is one downside to picking all this wild garlic. Got just about a cup full. As you can see, well, you might be able to see. And I think this thing's going to focus for me. But those little red dots, there's these little red spiders. They're kind of hard to see. See if I can work this out. Anyway, you get these little red spiders, you get those little grass mites, all kinds of little things. So what's going to happen is, these garlics still have their husk on it. What I'm going to do is, I'm eventually going to dehydrate them, but before I do that, I'm going to smoke them. Drive out any bacteria, drive out any bugs, and possibly go from there. So until that time, we'll see you later. Have a good one. Alright everybody, we're back. We got our bowl of little garlics in there. Okay? And we have a splatter screen. And, I don't know if you can see her. I don't think you can. Let's see if we can get a good look. Opened up my grill so I could smoke these things. And what do we have here? A black widow. Oh yeah, she's not going to be happy. Yeah, she's gonna get smoked. That's for you, Mock. Timothy. That's for you, Doc Mock. She's gonna get smoked. Anyway, what's going to happen is I'm going to smoke the crap out of these things, and then tomorrow I'm going to dehydrate them outside, because I don't want the camper getting all filled up with that stink, because that'll never go away. So anyway, we're gonna take our little garlic, and gingerly as possible. Well, you know what? I'll get back to you on this, people. Alright, folks. We got everything on the rack. I'm pretty sure that little handle will be good. So, there you have it. We got the stuff going, and we'll let you know what happens. Alright everybody, we're back from the garlic adventure. Ooh, and this is what we have. We last left off with me getting a 44-ounce cup of little garlic heads. Okay, little seeds where all the flowers grow out of. And they have since been dehydrated, mesquite smoked, so they stink, but I'm sure they're good. Now, I'm going to move the camera a little bit, kind of give y'all an eyeball on what we got going on down here. Okay, so, if it looks right, yep, And there you go. It's a good part of the table. This is what we're left with. Okay? Bunch of those little guys. Now, I don't know if you can really see that too great because I suck at camera work, but these things, let's get some better light over here. Okay? You can see my pinky, they're roughly a good size. Some of them are a little bigger than others, like that one. That's a good size one. But once they have been dehydrated and mesquite smoked, you're left with this crunchy little garlic bean. I say bean, but it's not a bean. But you're left with this little husky piece of garlic. Now, if you can get past this part, which I have been told is quite fibrous, you can eat it. The whole thing's pretty much edible. All that husk that came off leaves you with that little guy. Okay? A little piece of dried up garlic. Isn't that something? You know, a little bit smaller than your pinky fingernail. Yeah, my camera's old. Like I said, I got a PayPal coming up. If y'all want to, I know money's tight due to recent events that I can't talk about on YouTube. But, you know, if it tickles your fancy to throw me a couple dollars to get better camera equipment, then so be it. But that is entirely up to you. So you're left with that. Now, mind you, you got a whole thing of it right there. Alright? Which I'm going to experiment with in working these out, kind of like people do with wheat. Getting wheat berries. Once they dry, you know, turn brown and all that, you're left with a whole bunch of husk and then nothing else. We're going to try to break these up and winnow. W-I-N-N-O-W. That's some bad spelling. But anyway, it's the process of grinding up all these little husks, getting the little pod out, getting out the actual garlic part, and then blowing on it. Or putting a fan to it. Which helps you get rid of the husk, but the garlic piece on the inside is heavier than that, so it'll fall down back into the container. And then once I get all of those taken care of, this might be in a future video showing you that. Once I get all these taken care of, I'm going to try and grind them up. Maybe do like a mesquite smoked garlic powder, which is going to go into the next item that I came across the last time we went to breakfast. I say breakfast, but we were just there. So 20 degree, we went to the Cracker Barrel, where anyone that's ever been there and has gotten pancakes or short stacks or waffles, you get these. Those fancy little maple syrup. Well, it's only 55% pure maple syrup. The rest of it's cane sugar. But I got these. And these. Ta-da! I'm still at it, folks. I'm going to grind and powder these things up and put them in here for my seasoning set. So, to any degree, once that's all done and, you know, taken care of, I'm going to fill the rest of this stuff up, and we're going to go from there. And, we will be doing a catch and cook pretty soon, due to some future, we'll say, some half-bean endeavors with companies from Texas. Because, why not? Texas is the best. We got the rest of them beat. I mean, we all know what the saying is, you know, there's no United States, it's Texas, and is 48. We'll just leave it at that. So, to any degree, like I said, big old husky little guy, beat, all the way down to this little dried up jerk right here. Now, they stink, but they are totally worth it. They're kind of like chili piquins. You only need so many of these to overpower whatever you put it in. So, we're going to see how that stuff cooks up pretty soon. Maybe a catch and cook. Could be fish. Could be chicken. I don't know. This is Victoria. There are chickens running around downtown. I don't know. We'll see what works out. 20 degree. that's the end of this garlic video for the time being. Thank you guys. Oh, on a side note, we're going to be having another giveaway pretty soon. Something nice and fancy. So in the next video, I will be revealing that to you guys, and I think y'all will like it. I really think you'll like it. So anyway, thanks for coming by, thanks for looking at the garlic, and thanks for waiting so long. So until next time, have a good one. It's like a stinky fingernail.